Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Lizo. On this channel I do videos about YouTube tips and tricks, skin and hair routine. I also include university stuff and also business episodes. So today I'm going to be doing a story time for a change, guys. I'm going to be doing a story time. You all heard me when I did the which accommodation should you go to, or things I wish I knew before I stayed in student accommodation. So I talked about my experience when I was there, so people wanted to know how things were like with my roommate. So guys, I'm just gonna start from the beginning, how things were like, how they assigned people and everything. Okay, so it was my first year. Okay, it was my second year actually, because my first year my roommate, she was okay at the beginning of the year, but like towards the end of the first semester she was not okay. She was old, and then I kind of feel like just because she was old, she just liked things to be done her way, you know. Yeah, so for me I couldn't. I left my mom at home, so I was not taking it the way she expected me to be taking it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I had the following semester on my first year I had to stay alone. Okay, the queen had to stay alone. So second year, fine, I'm finding a housemate again. So when I'm finding a housemate again, the way they put us in the rooms, let me say, the way they put us in the houses and everything, they put you along with people who are doing the same course as yours. So I was doing IT. So Mogele, she was my roommate and she was doing engineering. So as she was doing engineering, I kind of felt like it was a course that was demanding, plus my course was demanding too. Okay, so when we stayed at the beginning of the year, it was nice. And she how can I put it, our home language are not the same, because we were from different province, you know. She's from a different province, I'm from a different province, so her language wouldn't be the same as mine, but like English is there for everyone, so for everyone to communicate, right? So yeah, I tried to learn her language. I really like her language. Her language is Venda. For me, I feel like that's the language that's difficult to learn. So with Venda and Swati, I'm Swati, but I speak Zulu. I did isiZulu at school, so we didn't share any yeah, okay, yeah, the language is just way different. It's just way different, but I loved the language, I wouldn't lie. So I was like, I'm gonna learn her language. Okay, Sissy is all about learning new languages. So when I learned her language, fine, I'm a fast learner because I could hear, but when I have to construct a sentence, it was a bit difficult. I learned her language to a point where I was able to say words, you know, like in the macaroni, you know, but I couldn't construct a full sentence, you know. So I learned the language to that point that like I can hear some words, you know. Yeah, fine. So on the first month it was fine, it was nice. The second month, okay, Mogele. So she had friends. So when she had friends, her friends would come over, you know, to visit her and everything. I wouldn't have a problem. It's her friends. She's been having these people for a very longest time, you know. So Mogele, her friends, they would borrow my things. Let me not say all of her friends. Let me say one of her friends borrowed my locker along with the key. and I have to use the locker to lock my wardrobe where I put my stuff, you know, because we live in the same room. She has her own wardrobe, I have my own wardrobe, but you have to lock your wardrobe or your locker or whatever you call it. You have to lock your wardrobe because that's where you put everything in that wardrobe. Okay, so Mogele, her friend, she comes, hey, I'm moving out of this resident, I'm moving to this other place, so I need a locker, and yada, can you please borrow me the locker? So me being a good person, fine, take it. You can bring it back when you have already bought yours, okay, because I'm definitely going to need it, you know. I find Mogele, she takes the locker. Guess what? Gele, she doesn't come back with the locker. She disappears. She no longer comes and visits her friend, which is my roommate. It's just a mess. So I'm like, okay, what's happening here? So I'm telling my housemate, hey girl, I need my locker. You know, can you please tell your friend that like I need my locker because I must lock my things in the room. Mogele yena, no, nah, I don't know where's my friend. My friend also owes me, so I think she's running away from me. Whether your friend is running away from you or something, but you do communicate. You meet her on campus. You have her on your WhatsApp, you know. So why are you not communicating with her? No. So it was more like as if they I don't know how to put it in English, mara feeling or they are robbing me, but robbing me it's not the right word, but there's that word, if people are trying to hide something from you and they are taking something from you and they are not like bringing it back, like they are stealing from me, okay, girl. That housemate, she really had kleptomania, like she really had kleptomania, okay, fine. So I was like, you know what, you need to give me directions and tell me where your friend lives. And then she's like, no, my friend lives to this other student accommodation, I can go there and everything. I was like, I want her room number. Fine, she gives me her room number, and when I get there, I'm like, girl, I'm here. I want my locker. Ngicela locker yami. Ugeli acala. No, I was gonna bring it. Yada. Now I won't have all the excuses. You said you're going to buy a new locker, but you haven't bought a new locker, and you've been staying with this locker for the very longest. Like, really, man? I need this locker. I also have needs. That's why I bought the locker. So Mogele, she was like, excuses, not wanting to give me the locker and everything. I was like, you know what, girl? I'm taking my locker and I'm not playing. I'm not here to play. I'm not here to play. So if you think I'm playing, I'm not here to play. She was like, okay. She gave me my locker. Fine. I agree, it's still the beginning of the year, so things are still fine. Okay, I go back to my room. We stay together. Hey, didn't I say my roommate, she has kleptomania? Didn't I say that? You know what Mogil does? Okay, where we used to stay, the birds used to be by the wall. So my bed was on this wall, her bed was on that wall, and then there's a door. So in the middle, there is a table where we share. I can put my things, she can also put her things. So Mogel, I don't know what was happening. Like sometimes I wouldn't be in the room because my course is very demanding. I had to be on campus from 8 until 5, you know. So she would, when I put my things on the table, I don't know, she would just use up the whole table. Instead of using only her space, she used up the whole table, okay? And when she used the whole table, things are being mixed with my things. Her things are being mixed with my things. And when they are being mixed with my things, she just takes everything. So that time, that's how she explained things to me. She was like, that's how it happened. Okay, so when she took my things, she took my key, and then she took my notebook. Actually, she took my diary. Okay, and then she took my diary, and she was like, no, these diaries, they look the same. Like here in the university, when you are a first year, they usually give you a diary. Okay, so we just took them because there was many of those diaries there. So like, just because they were the same, so I was like, you know what, let me use a marker. Do you know a marker? Not a pen, a marker. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just gonna put a picture of it here. A marker, it's very big. Like, it's big, guys. It's big. And when you are writing, guys, I took a marker and wrote my name, Lizo, with big letters, with capital letters, on the cover page of my diary. And Mogele, she's telling me that, like, no, I didn't see her, I took your diary and everything. And guess what? Before she tells me that, I ask her, girl, my diary is missing here. I don't see where is my diary is at. I don't know. Maybe it got mixed up with the things. Like, can you please check and everything? So Magele, no, yeah, now she doesn't know. And then Jiggy, my key is lost. Like, I cannot put my key by the door. Okay, I cannot put the. Maybe some of you would be like, why you not putting the door? Why you not putting the key inside the door, by the door? No, I cannot do that because I live with someone. So when she comes in, she has to it has to be easy for her to access the room. Okay, so she took my key, and when I asked her, hey, my key is missing, and I haven't went out, my key has been here in this room, and I haven't went out in such a way that, like, I would think that it has been missing outside, so haven't you seen my key? Ah, my girl, no, she didn't see my key. Okay, fine. And then I started using her key because, yeah, and then I duplicated the key. Okay, and it costed me around, because I remember, because we have two keys. There's a key for the main door, and then there's a key for the room. So when I duplicated the key, I had to duplicate the key for the room and also the key for the door. For me to duplicate a new key, it costed me around $4. $4. Okay, that's how much it costed me to duplicate the key. Fine. So Mogele, when I asked her, she's like, she doesn't know. I don't know, she started doing things. She started like she started really to be somehow in such a way that I was like, you know what, this is not the kind of person I want to get along with, cause And then this other time, we're doing laundry. She usually does her laundry on Saturdays, and on Saturdays I'm not doing my laundry. I usually leave the room around 8 a.m. I go to the library, and then I come back 1 o'clock p.m. I'm back in my room. So I'll spend all these hours on campus studying. Remember, my course, it's demanding. Okay, fine. So when I come back, I had this other brush. I used to have beautiful natural hair, long beautiful natural hair, okay, by the way. So I used to have this brush that I used to brush my hair. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you're at the point where you are plaiting, where your hair is plaited with extension, so when the hair is growing, it usually shows on top. So I usually spray and use the brush to brush so my hair would look. So the same brush that I used to do that when I'm at the library and she's doing her laundry on Saturday, and she had this other white all-star, and that white all-star, yeah, she usually used to wear it like often, maybe once in a week or once in a while. So she had to wash it. She has to wash the shoes. Okay, So when she was washing the shoes, she was using my brush for hair. So I didn't give her the brush. And when the moment I found out, Horin, my brush is missing, I'm starting to ask her, didn't you see my brush? No, I didn't see your brush. And this person has been using my brush since, but when I'm confronting her and asking her, didn't you see my brush? I'm not even coming to her, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm even asking her, hey, Rumza, hey, Rumi, didn't you see my brush? You know, no, I didn't see your brush. So this other time, I didn't go to the library. I just went out for ice creams on that Saturday, you know. So I'm sure she thought maybe I went to campus. I'm gonna come back around 1. And the way things were, we were using a bus, you know. So the student accommodation, it was far from the campus. So we had to use a bus from Res, and the bus, it had a time schedule, you know. It had a time schedule that it leaves at certain time and it comes back at a certain time. So my girl, I'm sure she was like, my girl, today again, same thing. And now I just went out for ice creams. When I come back, guess what, my girl, the brush is just there. Injani, like I was so angry, cause like I've been asking her, where's my brush? And then she's like, no, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but like jiggy when I saw a brush and I'm check a brush, it's my brush. Like, really, girl, do you have to really do that to me? Like, do you really have to do that to me? Cause the brush, I've been asking you, and you know that I use this brush to do my hair. And then when I ask her, why are you using my brush for shoes? She's like, no, I asked you to borrow me a brush so I wash my shoes, and then you gave me this brush. So if like I borrowed you the brush and I was asking you at first, asking you if you didn't see my brush, why you didn't tell me that, like, no, it's with me, you borrowed me? So like the things that she used to say or talk about, they never added up. Like, they didn't add up at all. Like, they didn't. Okay, so I was like, fine, you know what, can you please buy me a new brush? Because like I really can't, you know, when you have used a brush in such a way that like the brush or whatever it is, it's no longer like straight, it's just like, I was so disappointed because it wouldn't turn that way if you're only using the brush for your hair. But the moment you go and wash shoes, you are just messing up the brush. Okay, remember I told you she had a lot of friends, so she had this tendency of just coming with her friends, and then while I'm trying to study, her friends are there and they are making noise. They are even like standing on top of the bed, and oh my gosh, like, really, girl, like, even if I'm complaining about the noise, it wouldn't help. It wouldn't, like, she was so childish. I think she was younger than me. Yeah, but she arrived before me, just a year. But like her immaturity, it sucked. It's like she was really immature, like really immature. Like, she was a hell of a nightmare. And when I said she had kleptomania, this other time, I usually, when I'm from home, I come with food because at home we plant. So I will usually come maybe with avocados, pumpkins, things that we plant, you know, sweet potato, things like that. So when I come with them and her friends are visiting her and I'm not there, she will tell her friends that like they must take my things. Like, really, how can you be that cruel in such a way that like you'll be telling your friends to take my food? Yo, she was so evil. I'll never do that. I'll never tell someone to take another kid's food. I would never do that. Like, I couldn't understand why she had to do that. Maybe she was trying to be spiteful or anything, but for me that was the most evil thing ever. ever. You cannot be telling people to taking another person's food. What am I gonna eat? Like, really, girl? That was not right. It was not on. And my brush, it was not the only thing that she used to use. And even the key, when she took my key along with my notebook, this other time we were spring cleaning the room. Okay, so when we were spring cleaning the room, and then my key, and then my key is there, and then she's like, hey, here's your key, and what. I was like, nope, I don't want them. Just go and throw them in the bin. I do not want them, because I don't understand why you have to come back with my key. Like, I've been asking you, girl, or didn't you, like, she saw how stressed I was because I had a laptop and we just can't leave the room while it's unlocked. We can't leave the room unlocked. We have to lock it because I have a laptop. Okay, fine, she didn't have a laptop, but I had a laptop. Remember, I'm doing IT and I need to be busy with my computer. I'm doing computer, so I have to be busy with my computer. My course really needed me to have a laptop, you know. So when I do not have a key and she took my key, she's not even bothering herself to check, hurry, oh, okay, maybe the key is with me or anything. No, she was really cruel. She was just a cruel person, you know. How can you take someone's things, even if it's a mistake? Check yourself and be like, okay, here are your things, I took them by mistake. I'm a person, I would understand too. But if you're just denying, you keep on denying everything, and then later on you come back with my things, and then like, here they are. Like, really, it's so messed up. And that time I was really fed up. Like, I was really tired. And the way she was so clumsy, it was so irritating, because the ladies who clean, they will always complain. You know. They will always complain in such a way. I was like, you know what, since you usually find me here during the day and you're always complaining to me, can you please wait for them to come back, and then you come back and complain to them, you know? Because when the cleaning lady, she's always complaining to me, it won't change anything, because the people who are making what the kitchen to be dirty, they are not there. She was just confronting the wrong person. Okay, so yeah, so they felt like I snitched on them or anything. Then they started hating me, you know. And what is worse is that all of them, along with my housemates, they ganged up on me. And then when she was talking with her sister, my roommate, she was like, oh, she's just alone here. They even say, they used to say I'm Daniel in a den of lions. Can you imagine? Just because they are ganging up on me and I do not know how to speak Venda. Like, really? It was not on. That's why I feel like she was kind of cruel, you know. That's not even kind of, I feel like she was really evil. Okay. That's why I feel like that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Yeah, this is my first ever story time, so if you enjoyed it, please give me a like for it. Comment down below if maybe you are watching this at your first year and you are going to university. Yeah, tell me if you will ever go there. Okay. Oh guys, I'm wearing earrings that are not the same. I was in a hurry. Yeah, so if you're a first year and if you are a grade 12 or a matriculant, tell me if you are you willing to go to stay in res, or you'll consider staying in student accommodation. Yeah, but rest, they are always the safe ones, but student accommodation you have to stay alone. you know, you only share the rest with other people. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you on my next